everybody on the same page as us, Tone Diggs, in the betting department? Is everybody thinking the over is about to hit and the offenses are about to go banana land?
So,
because the over-under right now is at 51.5. Things have been moving. I mean, things have been moving. Odds for players getting yards and touchdowns and everything. I think the sports books maybe are in the same position we are. Now, we might look back at the game and go like, of course those motherfuckers knew exactly what was going to happen. But it feels like they can be had right now.
Absolutely.
It feels like FanDuel can be had right now with a lot of the numbers and a lot of the odds that are happening. Is the over the favorite in this particular game?
The public is always on the over, and they're 75% on the over tonight as well.
All right.
That's a lot.
Well,
Public does not bet the under, ever, though. So.
Sometimes they're right, too.
yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Overs happen.
All the time. We can't get too down on that whole thing.
They're on the Bills, too. So.
Which
Public's on the bill.
it is time.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's surprising.
It is time for us to, I guess, I'll make this pick later with AJ and Darius to make it official, but you're going to see that we put a parlay up here on FanDuel today. Let's start hot is the name of the parlay.
Yeah.
Because we already won, the West Virginia cover against Pitt with JT Daniels. We knew that was going to happen.
Sure.
That was easy. We're on now in football, no big deal. Got good mojo. We tried to do some other preseason stuff. FanDuel wasn't accepted.
Said no.
obviously.
We would have been 2 more in 0.
Sure.
That's
So
right.
technically in our minds, we're 3-0.
That's right.
Going into the picks in this season with FanDuel. I got the Rams winning tonight.
Whoa.
When I read that Matthew Stafford's elbow is better than it's ever fucking been, it's healthier and feels better than it's ever been, I immediately was like, oh, okay. Sean McVay's going to try to introduce Allen Robinson into that offense, just like he did with Odell Beckham Jr. last year. Odell Beckham, his first week with the Rams, if you do recall, the first 7 attempts went right to Odell Beckham Jr. They were trying to get him a touchdown, and they had Cooper Kupp on the goddamn team, who would go on not only win the Triple Crown of yards, touchdowns, and catches, he also had Yak. He was the Yak King as well. The guy won the Mount Rushmore of all the wide receiver awards last year, and in the first game for Odell Beckham Jr., all he did was target Odell Beckham Jr. to make him know, like, hey, Sean McVay was a wide receiver in college, still runs routes. He's got a good stick, too, I do believe. Yeah, I think he's doing that in practice. Fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. Can he cut it on his left? I don't know. There's some guys that only got one or the other. You know what I mean? But he's going to want Allen Robinson to know, hey, when you're on this team, you're going to get the ball. So the parlay that we are putting on the FanDuel to put our season record on the line for the first time.
Sure.
That's right.
And we've been bamboozled
Many times.
by some of these parlays in the past. This is the year where we don't lose one.
Hell yeah.
Tonight, Cooper Kupp's going to score a touchdown.
What?
Allen Robinson's going to score a touchdown.
What?
The Rams are going to win.
What?
Matthew Stafford's going to throw for 225 plus because 225 now is like the old school 110 yards.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen's going to throw for 225 plus. That's plus 800 and something. We're starting undefeated. I like it a lot,
go.
Garrett. You're just hearing it for the first time.
Yeah.
You were doing man-to-man podcast. As this decision was getting made, you like that, right?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I love it.
That's it. Now you're just banking on the Rams winning.
Right. But
That was my pick anyway.
Nothing changed. Even whenever you heard Matthew Stafford's elbow was all the way, but that's what changed me.
And that could be bullshit. Anytime I hear somebody say I feel better than I've ever felt before, I automatically think bullshit. But it's week 1, so even if he's feeling the same, it's good. And now that first year, that was only his first year with Cooper Kupp. So who knows what they have up their sleeve this year? But now Allen Robinson, that red zone, who do you double? Who do you guard? Love that part.
A whole other offseason of Kupp and Stafford too, just doing their thing, right?
Man.
What was the big story? They get in the building 5:30 a.m.
Eat
together.
breakfast together
Two
every
guys
morning.
are watching film. Cooper Kupp, former quarterback, he's seeing the field the same way that Matthew Stafford is, and then it came in big against Tampa with the long ball down the middle. Let alone the rest of the season, and other moments that we probably didn't even recognize was like, oh, that's off script. That's not exactly how it was supposed to go. Feels like the Rams are going to start off hot, but what the fuck do we know, Connor?
Yeah, well, Cooper Kupp, we can't forget, signed his extension this offseason with a Matthew Stafford jersey on, so their mojo is better than ever. And the Bills' number 1 corner, who they paid, top dollar last year, he's not playing tonight, so it's a rookie cornerback. Whoa. And then another guy who's been in the league for a couple years, only has 1 career interception. So it's like you kind of have to look at that, just like last year with the Bucs, where we thought, Bucs. Then we forgot corners weren't great for the Bucs, and then CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper were on the other side of the field. So
Look at us learning from our mistakes.
yeah, you got to remember.
We are getting
get
older.
better.
We are getting smarter.
Yes.
We're more mature. Does this feel like too much of a layup tonight at Boston Connor? This is not how I normally like to feel going into a bet, but I'm very confident right now.
No, I don't think it's too much of a layup, especially with what Tony said with the public all on the Bills. I think, we have kind of a skewed perspective of the game itself because we've been talking about these goddamn teams for so long. The Bills, of course, they are the Super Bowl favorites, but we're talking about a Rams team that brought back everybody, minus the guy that went to Buffalo. So that's probably why, we're thinking maybe it is Buffalo. But
No.
We also know that.
No, we don't need that in the air right now.
Well, you got to understand. It's the NFL.
It's gambling.
Joe Burrow.
It's gambling.
Yeah,
It's
Gambling.
gambling. We're gambling.
Joe just said, it's hard to win in the NFL every week, but we also know that Matt Stafford and McVay and Kupp just went through another entire offseason. Allen Robinson, we saw what they did with OBJ. Going to do the same thing with Allen Robinson. Higbee, they're starting running back. Cam Akers is finally healthy after all last year being off. They just signed their right tackle, who's probably got the boys going.
A couple great bets, too, on tonight's game. We're going to win even more money. There's a plus 1,000 bet that you found that you love.
Plus 1,000 for each team to score a field goal and a touchdown in each half. I mean, are you kidding me? These offenses are probably 2 of the top 5 in the entire league. I mean, I feel fantastic going into tonight, and no matter what, we get to watch real football.
Yeah, $10 wins you 100 on that particular bet.
Yes,
And that could be a part of your no sweat bet for the entire week 1 NFL season here on FanDuel, where after you opt in, your next bet is a no sweat bet. You lose, you get that money back in free bets, which is basically the money, unless you're going to cash out after every fucking weekend, which I promise you won't, because
you are not.
there's too much to keep going and have a good time. You get your money back in free bets, and if you win, you get to keep and go. Let's go. Let's go.
Huge.
It's going to be a great night for all of us, Ty Schmidt. What? It's going to be a great night tonight, Ty.
Yeah, absolutely. I echo the same sentiments. The fact that the public is so heavy on the Bills. I mean, now
60%.
granted, would I be pissed off if Dawson Knox scored a touchdown? No, I wouldn't. But
Why
also,
that?
well, I have him in a couple of parlays myself.
How come?
Anytime
How come?
touchdown score. He's got a lot going on right now. I just think you get a big contract, so he wants to, kind of perform in that sense. And anytime a guy loses his brother, who he seems to have been very close with, I think there's a good chance. Him and Josh Allen are very, very tight. I think there's a very good chance he shows out tonight. But also the way your parlay is set up, if all those things happen, and if you're worried about the Rams winning potentially, like I think if Allen Robinson and Cooper Kupp both catch a touchdown, the Rams are going to be in a pretty good spot, and there's a pretty good chance they're going to win.
Well, that was the thing. There was also a parlay chatted about earlier in the week where maybe we're going to do people to score touchdowns, numerous people, and the under to potentially go.
Sure.
Because it was like 52.5 or something like that. That's it. I mean, 27-24 is a pretty high-scoring game. That's a lot of touchdowns there.
Yep.
And there's a lot of opportunity for points. But with Matthew Stafford feeling 100%, Darius Butler, I mean, that is something. You played 9 years in the NFL. A guy has just got to experience what a Super Bowl is. Oh, whoa. Should we think about that with Matthew Stafford? No.
Hangover?
No. We shouldn't think about that with Matthew Stafford, right? He's a different guy.
And you think about Stafford and shit that he has played throughout his career in Detroit and getting to L.A. He's been through a lot. I think this year, though, Detroit. And he's got to start with a bang. He's going to start with a bang. I believe him. Psych. Yeah, that elbow.
What, you're still on this?
I'm still on the elbow, man.
You think it's bad? You think it's not good?
I don't think it's bad, but we heard about it a few weeks.
Rehab with Clayton
Yeah, you
Kershaw.
heard about it.
They
He
went
is
to
out
high
in LA.
school.
He's
Yeah,
out
he
in
was
LA.
their
You
center.
got-
Not sure how
Growing
they
up.
rehab, but
He probably got better doctors than he had in Detroit, but
Definitely.
is that what he said?
That's a fact. No, but you said it, and now I believe it.
Let's go. All positive energy. We start on positive energy. The season start tonight. The elbow feels 1,000%. Cooper Kupp scores twice. Allen Robinson scores. Matt Stafford, he can throw 225 with his left hand.
We got to do predictions here because I do believe Darius has to bounce here in a little bit. Would like to get him on the record. This evening's game has a 2.5-point spread where they're reigning, defending Super Bowl champions who are at home are getting points. The Buffalo Bills, who are the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl, are traveling to Southern California, a place that's bad Wi-Fi and potential power issue, but tonight's game will go off without a hitch unless Ozzy Osbourne shuts that whole thing down.
Yep.
Let's do our official predictions for this evening's game. AJ Hawk, you like?
I like the Rams at plus 2.5.
Okay.
I'd like the over as well.
Okay,
double
Rams
digits.
plus 2.5 and an over for AJ Hawk. Darius Butler, you like the Rams from the very beginning. Has anything changed today?
Nothing's changed. Rams 2.5. I like the over 2 with AJ.
Wow.
I'd
All
double
right,
dip,
all right.
too.
Okay, and I don't want to be too boring to start this 2022 season that is going to be better than any season that has ever happened in the past. I, too, like the Rams plus 2.5 and the over. The more and more we talked about it, the more and more I like what these offenses are going to show up and do early. Michael Lombardi saying last week, and I will blame him for sure. He said the good teams actually show up fast. I just have a fear that there's a chance that maybe an offense isn't figured it out. They're a little rusty. But just the thought of what Matthew Stafford is saying about his elbow, another year with Cooper Kupp, Josh Allen being Josh Allen, and Josh Allen seemingly only getting better and better and better, I think the over is going to hit as well. We like the Rams. We like the over. Our parlay for a no-sweat bet on FanDuel, if you want to ride alongside of us or do another bet, is the Rams money line. Should have probably taken the 2.5.
Could have.
Yeah.
If it was,
I love it.
If it was 3.
Anyways, Rams money line, Cooper Kupp touchdown, Allen Robinson touchdown, Josh Allen over 225 pass yards, Matthew Stafford over 225 pass yards. I feel good about it.
Oh, yeah.
I just read it through right there in my head. I absolutely love this. Let's go. Let's start
go.
hot.
Come on,
What's the
boys.
final odds?
Let's start. It was at
yeah.
plus.
It's dropping.
It was at plus 800.
Shit, it's still
something.
dropping?
Yeah.
Then it moved to plus 700. Get in now. Okay. Obviously, get in now. I think it is dropping.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are seeing this going.
It's a great parlay, I think.
Thank you. And it's pretty long. Plus 800 is what it
Oh,
started
yeah.
at.
Great odds.
A lot of legs.
That's long. That's big payday. $10 to win 80.
I just got it for plus 800.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
at plus 800.
Okay.
Then
Jump, Zeke.
you can make that your no sweat bet where
Zeke, make that trade I sent you.
if you win, you get 80. If not, you go back 10. And no trades will be happening today in Bruce's league. AJ should have shown up at the fucking 4-hour draft yesterday if you wanted to have a say.